Hello everyone. Do you want to hear a love story? Great! I knew you would want to. Now, let's go all the way to a classic love story about a man whose love was so strong that he worked for years just to marry her. Figured out what story that is? Hold up. Hello?
Isn't it that story about Jacob, Rachel, and Leah?
Now it is. So, I will tell you about... Okay, can you tell me a little bit about that story? I forgot what it's about.
Really? Do you at least know who the main characters are and where you can find the story?
Of course I do. So, there's Jacob, the husband, Leah, the oldest daughter of his uncle whom he marries, Rachel, the woman Jacob is madly in love with, and his uncle Laban. I have to say, Laban is very deceitful, so who marries who again? And, hold up, I know where it is. It's in the Bible, in the book of the Genesis, and I'm lost on what chapter it is and lines they're on.
Oh, God help me. So let me see. You're partially right. It is in the Genesis, in the Bible, but it also starts on chapter 29 through 30. Got it? Okay, let's get moving. Now we should start with the story since you don't have a clue what happened. Jacob is the father of 12 tribes who becomes a very important figure in the Bible.
His name also means supplanter, or one who grabs. Plus he changes his name to Israel later on.
Okay. So Jacob later on is sent by his father to look for a wife.
This all took place in a place called Harn, which is present-day Turkey.
Could you stop interrupting? I'm trying to tell a story.
I'll be back.
So let's continue. He went looking for a wife, so he moved west and stopped at a well. Then he meets Rachel, whom he helps with moving the great stone off of the well to get water for the sheep. Jacob then swoops in for a kiss and cries afterwards. It was that moment he knew who was going to be his bride. Soon Rachel tells his father, Laban, or Jacob's uncle, all about Jacob, and her father even invites him to stay for a month. In that month, Jacob fell madly in love with Rachel and made a deal with Laban. If he worked for 7 years, he can marry his daughter. After the 7 years, it was time for the marriage, and Jacob was very happy, until he slept with her and woke up that next morning. He shrieked and complained to Laban, who said it was their custom to marry off the oldest daughter. In outrage, there was another plan. Work another 7 years, and Rachel is yours. So out of love, he eagerly worked another 7 years.
So did he get the girl?
Yeah, but she dies after giving birth to her second son, Benjamin.
That's really sad.
Well, he does have other wives, though. Actually, before she died, God made Leah pregnant, so Jacob would love her more. In fact, she bore him 3 sons.
Really?
Yeah, but Rachel was still his favorite.
Wow. Love is really a great wonder and phenomenon. Love is one of the most powerful things out there. It's so powerful. It's amazing what it does.
What a great story. But about that great stone you mentioned, how do you lift that is the real mystery? How did he do it? Also, how did he get tricked into marrying Leah, and how come God made Leah pregnant and made Rachel incapable?
Well,
scientifically speaking, the stone couldn't have been all that big considering it's over a well. So that great stone is probably just light enough for a regular man to handle. The way he was tricked was because, according to tradition, men were not allowed to look at women's faces until after their consummation of marriage. And to answer that pregnancy question, not all women can get pregnant at certain times. Plus, Leah is older, causing her body to have matured more.
no, science isn't the way to explain this.
Actually, it tells you everything about every bit of this story.
Well, you can believe that, but in the heart of many people, your scientific explanations don't mean anything to me, because I believe in the word of the Bible and God did have a say in all of this.